What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Daniel's Stock Bites. Here on this channel, we do 2 to 5 minute videos on exciting high growth tech stocks. If you aren't a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, as well as drop a like if you're an investor in FSLY. Yesterday, I released a video on ARK Invest buying Palantir, so check that out if you have a chance. Today, we're going to be talking about another ARK Invest company, which is none other than FSLY. And for those of you guys who aren't computer nerds, you probably don't exactly understand what FSLY does, so let me give you a quick brief overview. So FSLY is a content delivery network company that helps users view digital content more quickly. The company also provides security, video delivery, and so-called edge computing services. And these are some of its largest customers like Slack, Airbnb, Spotify, and Stripe. So essentially, FSLY helps companies deliver their content quickly. So when you click on a website and the website's loading, sometimes it takes a long time, like 3 seconds, or sometimes it's instant. What FSLY does, it cuts down this delay time. And how they do this is through data compression as well as edge computing. And if you guys don't know what edge computing is, I'll link this article right here down below in the description. But my take on edge computing and what it is basically trying to do as much of the processing in the local hardware device, so like your cell phone or computer, and only sending the critical data to the cloud that is required for processing the request. So for example, if you're requesting a web page like YouTube, maybe FSLY will cache certain things like the YouTube logo, as well as the whole YouTube format in your local computer, and only request the latest videos to be pulled from the cloud. So this way, there's less data being transferred and it saves you on your internet bandwidth. So now, why are we talking about FSLY today? And for those of you guys who have been keeping up with the stock market, you'll notice that FSLY took a huge dip yesterday, dropping from a high of around $130 per share all the way down to $89 at closing. And today it dropped a further $5 or 5%. And this was largely due to FSLY's pre-announcement of its expected third quarter sales to be between $70 million and $71 million, down from its prior range of $73.5 to $75.5 million. The fact that FSLY is pre-announcing its third quarter sales to be below guidance really shook up investors, and ultimately that's why the stock sold off. And Jim Cramer here in this article was saying that investors should wait for FSLY stock to decline a little bit more before capitalizing on the pullback and buying shares. And he says that if it keeps falling and you can get in the 70s, maybe you start a position and get ready for some stabilization. So right now the stock is around $85 per share. So if we want to see it to fall around the $70 level, it must drop below its 100-day moving average. And historically, we can see that FSLY trades at around its 50-day moving average in the past couple of months when it drops. So right now, if you plan to start a FSLY position, definitely consider dollar cost averaging, because we could potentially see FSLY stock drop below its 100-day moving average. I don't think it's coming down to its 200-day moving average though, because that's quite a far drop to $50 per share. Jim Cramer continues to go on to say the company's long-term growth story still appears to be intact and seems to be continuing its march towards profitability. People expect that the third quarter sales are down due to TikTok. If you guys have been seeing the news, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, has been ensnared in a back and forth with the US President Donald Trump. And right now, the whole debacle with TikTok has been put on hold, and I think we're pretty much out of the forest for that one. And going forward in the next quarter or so, I'm sure TikTok will up its spending with FSLY. So I think that right now, between today's date and earnings, which is late on in October, FSLY might be trading cheap. And once its earnings come out, and really what investors are looking for there is guidance. That is what's going to move the stock next. So if you're a FSLY investor, definitely look out for the guidance that FSLY gives during their earnings report. Also, one more thing to note about FSLY is that in ARK Invest's email, yesterday they sent out that they bought 304,000 shares of FSLY. So if we do the math here, roughly at $90 per share, they spent $27 million on FSLY shares. So clearly, ARK Invest thinks right now is a great time to buy into FSLY, and they're dollar cost averaging into it. I will be looking out for ARK Invest email later on today to see if they bought any more FSLY today. Anyways, let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below. Are you buying FSLY? Are you holding it? Or are you selling FSLY? Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here and want to hear these 2 to 5 minute stock bites. Anyways, that's all from me today. I'll see you in the next one.